She passed it to me with a smile that never touched her eyes. An envelope, plain, unmarked, nothing sealing it shut, just a folded slip of paper pinched between the sharp lacquered nails she was so proud of. The dining room still carried the scent of roasted lamb and garlic. Laughter lingered in the air, hollow and fading. Chairs scraped, plates clattered, silverware rested. My son tugged on my sleeve, begging for dessert, but my gaze stayed fixed on her, my daughter-in-law, the woman I had welcomed into my home, into my family. She leaned close, as though we were friends sharing confidences, and whispered, "Since you're too blind to notice, here are the photos of me sleeping with your husband." She said it with a smile, as if she were passing along a recipe. I took the envelope without trembling. My face gave nothing away. I had been waiting for this moment. Calmly, I set my phone on the table, screen up, and tapped once. "You may want to sit," I told her. She didn't. She looked, and then she crumpled. The sound of her collapse was softer than the silence that followed. My son screamed. My husband froze. I only watched. 2 months earlier, I had begun waking to emptiness. His side of the bed stayed warm but vacant. At first I excused it, restlessness, maybe work, maybe age. But then he locked his phone. He began smelling faintly of perfume that wasn't mine. And she suddenly began calling me mama again. As if she remembered her role. As if she needed something. Her tricks were always subtle. Compliments polished too smooth. Lipstick painted too red. Eyes lingering on him when she thought no one noticed. But I noticed. Every glance, every gesture. I memorized them like evidence. I didn't confront her. I hosted dinners. I didn't accuse him. I pressed his shirts. I waited. Because betrayal doesn't deserve tears. It deserves precision. I started with her laugh. I recorded it and matched it against a voicemail left on his phone the night he claimed to be working late. Then came the hidden camera I set in the guest room, the one they assumed was never used. 2 weeks later, I watched them kiss beneath the same roof where I had raised their child. Next was DNA. A hairbrush, a toothbrush, a quiet swab. A private test. The results arrived 2 days before the family dinner. He wasn't my grandson. Not by blood, not by law. Only by love. Love I had poured into him as though he were my own breath. A child born of deceit. That night I didn't cry. I didn't sleep. I sat at the dining table, staring at the knife block, counting blades I would never touch. Revenge isn't blood. Revenge is revelation. Forcing them to face the truth they tried to bury. So I planned the dinner. Every chair set, every plate warmed, every word rehearsed. I even smiled when she praised my cooking. "Thank you," I said. What I meant was soon. When she handed me that envelope, she believed it would shatter me. It was her way of winning, mocking me through her teeth. She expected tears, gasps, hysteria. Instead, my phone was already waiting. The first video, the guest room. The second, the hotel. The third, a side-by-side comparison of DNA results. Her child, not my son's. She stared. She froze. She fainted. My husband rushed to catch her. I let him feel what it meant to hold the ruins of his choices. He looked at me as though I had betrayed him. I only raised a brow and whispered, "I know." The ambulance arrived. The paramedics said it was stress-induced syncope. I nodded, offered them tea. My husband tried to speak, but I brushed past him and handed over the same envelope, now packed with receipts, transcripts, photographs, surveillance stills. "Since you're too foolish to see it yourself," I said, "here's the proof you destroyed your family for a woman who used you." He said nothing, clutching the evidence like it might burn. She regained consciousness eventually, her voice raw. "Why?" I didn't answer. I didn't need to. My silence told her everything. The truth had been a drip, steady and slow. Now it poured like a flood. And I made sure it drowned them both. That night, I walked away. I didn't pack. I didn't say goodbye. I took only what was still mine, my silence. People say power comes from confrontation. They're wrong. True power is restraint. True power is leaving them to live inside the wreckage they built. I never turned back. When I reached the hotel room booked under another name, I exhaled, not relief but release. Because I hadn't lost. I had let go. You thought I didn't know? I whispered into the dark.